So we're 1 month in on the plane ownership, and these are the things that we've had to deal with over the past few weeks. So initially, there's on the paperwork side, there's the registration. So that goes off to the FAA. You have a temporary one you filled up. You put that in the plane while you wait for the FAA to do their thing. I checked online a few days ago. That had gone through, so it's now my name on the plane. Still waiting for the actual piece of paper. That should arrive in the next week or two. So that's good, that's done. Sales tax. Pennsylvania, you have sales and use tax. So I had to give the state their cut of the deal. If you're in Pennsylvania, there is a specific form for airplanes that you have to fill in. It's REV 832. You can find it online. I'll provide a link to it below the video for those of you in Pennsylvania. But you have to file that. You have until the end of the month following the purchase to get that filed on the Pennsylvania website. I'll provide a link to that as well. Insurance. So get the insurance done for the plane. Go to different brokers, fill in the forms online. Changing arms. Depending on your broker and or insurance company, you may have to pay it as a lump sum, or you may be able to pay monthly. I was able to pay monthly. There's a finance charge on it, but it makes budgeting a bit easier than trying to come up with all the money in one go, especially as a new pilot. If you've been flying for longer, your insurance premiums might be lower. You might be able to do it just as a lump sum. See what works for you. Got the hangar sorted out. I took over the lease. So this had to go through the airport authority. I'm in the process of figuring out the insurance on the hangar. The slight issue we're having is determining the age of the hangar for the insurance. We're trying to work that out. That's it on the paperwork side of things, I think. For now anyway. Another thing on the insurance is I need to get an hour with the CFI in the plane as a condition of the insurance, just 1 hour. I haven't flown since last July. So I want some time with the instructor anyway, so I might go up to my old flight school, get a couple of hours in there. They've got some Piper Warriors, which are also low wing, very similar to this. Get proficient again. It's not just currency, it's proficiency. So I'll be working on that over the next few weeks. What else? Oh, on the plane, the transponder checks had expired. We're underneath the Mode C veil for Pittsburgh, so I had to get the transponder checks done. Otherwise we can't fly here, because within Mode C, you have to have a working transponder. So got that done. I just picked up the paperwork. I'm going to get that in the logbook so that we are legal to fly on that side of things. And I have picked up a battery tender so I can get the battery charged when I'm flying, keep the battery topped up, especially with the transponder check. That takes about 3 hours for the entire thing, because I did the IFR and VFR check. Passed the VFR, which is what I need. I wanted to do the IFR check just to see what the state of things were, even though I don't actually need it right now, because I am planning on doing my instrument rating in the not too distant future, hopefully at the end of this year if I can get enough hours. It failed that on the static test. Altimeter's good. Static test, it failed. There's a slight leak in the system, so I'll probably get that sorted out later this year. It doesn't affect VFR. Interesting thing about static system leaks is usually you don't know you have it until you get the test done. So found out, getting that done, we'll get that sorted out. The guy who did the check thought it might be the faceplate of the airspeed indicator having a slight leak. So we'll probably get that pulled, get it serviced, get that back in plane. If I don't get it done before, I'll get it done at the next annual, which is next January. What else? As you can see, the hangar has no insulation, and you can hear the wind blowing through and banging the doors. So something I want to think about is insulating this. At least getting the roof sealed up. Need to figure out what the correct way of doing that is, so that we can get the wind coming through less, and start looking at getting some insulation in here to help it stay warm. Right now it's 28 degrees, a bit chilly. It's been a cold few weeks. When I was up here, when we first got the plane, it was about 18 degrees. No, it was less than that, it was about 8 degrees. So pretty chilly. And find a way to seal the doors up a bit better. Maybe some weather stripping on the edge of the doors, and try to find a way to weather strip the bottom of the doors. These are barn door style. They just hang on rails at the top. So I need to figure out a way of doing that that doesn't interfere with where they go through the guides. So I'm not quite sure what's going to work for that. Some kind of stick on brushes on the bottom, or some felt or something. Felting, like roof felting type stuff, just to help seal the gap. I'm not quite sure. I have to figure that out. Figured out some things that need doing on the plane itself. The O-rings need replaced on the fuel caps. They're really old and worn. So I ordered some new O-rings so we can get those sealed good so you don't smell gas anymore when you're coming up on the wing. This one especially on the right wing is pretty worn and cracked. So we'll work on that. There we go. So we'll work on getting that done. On the Beeches, and same as on the Moonies, they don't have oleos on the gear. They use rubber donuts. These ones are pretty old. Looking back through the logs, I don't think they've ever been replaced. So I'm going to look into getting that done soon. So investigating the costs on that, the price of the parts, and what's involved. What else? I want to get retractable seat belts, restraints for the front seats. They're currently just lap belts. I'd like to get the shoulder harness in there. So I have those priced up. So going to get that done. That's on the list of things to do. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. And this is just the first month. Obviously haven't flown it yet because I've only just got the transponder stuff sorted out. You don't realise when you go from renting to owning how much there is to take care of. It's a bit like when you first buy a house. You don't realise what there is. But yeah, those are things that we have going on right now. I bought some shelves because at the moment my stuff is just kind of sitting on the floor. So I bought some wire shelves which we're going to get put in. I'm just going to stand them up in the corner back there, and yeah, this is what I'm doing at the hangar today. So let me know, do you have a plane? What kind of things did you find out when you first got your plane? If you don't yet own a plane, are you looking? Do you have any questions about plane ownership? I'll do my best to answer. I don't know everything. I'm going to try to get these videos out a bit more often than they have been. No promises, but I'm aiming to do one every 2 to 3 weeks. If you have comments, any questions, put them down in the comments below. As always, if you want to know when a new video comes out, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. I like these shelves. They're cheap, they're strong, quick to put up. I use them everywhere. They're awesome.